Hello everyone, and welcome to section 10.5, which deals with applications of algebra. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to go over how to solve word problems. So let's go through the steps, super fun steps, I mean. So step number 1, you need to make sure you read the problem very carefully, and as you're reading it, you need to be able to figure out what is known, meaning what values do you have numerically, or unknown. So where they say what the question is asking for, usually you would let that be the variable unknown. Okay, so sometimes there's more than one unknown. Okay, so the second step, which leads us to the second step, is to assign the variable to one of the unknown items, and then you have to describe if there are other unknowns in terms of the original variable. Okay, so number 3, we would read the problem and then write an equation, and then finally solve the equation, and if you have time you would check your solution. So of course, so that's kind of the steps here. So let's do a super fun example. The sum of a number and 2 is 8. So find the number. So keywords here. So what are the keywords? Sum and is. So there's two things being added, right? The sum of a number. So usually number, it's kind of vague, so we'll let that be x. Okay, so the sum means to add. So the sum of a number and 2, sorry, this should be 2, is, that means equals, and 8. So we need to find x. So we just, solve, it's a one-step equation here, so that's going to be 6. Okay? Let's do another one. If 5 is added to the sum of twice the number and 3 times the number, the result is 25. So find the number. So obviously x is equal to number. And then it says here 5 is added to, and then it's the sum of twice the number, so that would be 2x, and then 3 times the number would be 3x. So 5 is added to the sum of 2x plus 3x. And the result is 25. Okay, so combining like terms, 5x plus 5 is equal to 25. And then we solve, we need to subtract 5 from both sides. You get 5x is equal to 20. And then when we do, we divide by 5, and that would give you x is equal to 4. Okay, and that's what we wanted. Okay, so you're free to push pause at any time to try the problems on your own and then see if you get them correct. I actually would really advise you to do that if you can. It's just good practice. Okay, so it says here the length of a rectangle is, so it says here length, so length is 3 times the width, right? So 3w, that's what's given to us. And it says the perimeter is 72 centimeters, so perimeter is equal to 72, right? Find the width and the length. So what do? We know for the rectangle, the formula for the perimeter is twice the length plus twice the width, right? So we have P, we have L in terms of the other variable, so we're going to plug this in. So this is going to become 72, right, equals 2 times, and then what's length? Well, that's 3 width, right? So 3w plus 2w, okay? So that's going to be 72 is equal to 6w plus 2w, and that's going to be 8w, 72, divide by 8, w is equal to 9. Okay. Alright, so for this next problem, we're going to use the triangle sum theorem. So basically, any triangle you have, let's say you have this is the inside angle, and this is an inside angle, and this is an inside angle. The sum of the interior angles is going to be 180 degrees. So whatever the interior angle is, you can add it together, and that's 180 degrees. So that's just really helpful here. So now we have 3 angles. So the angles of a triangle are such that one angle is twice the smallest, while the third angle is 3 times as large as the smallest. So let's find the measure of all 3 angles. So why don't we let x equal the smallest angle? So then the other angle, so the second angle, I guess we could say, is twice the smallest, 2x. And then the third angle, is 3 times as large as the smallest, so 3x. And then it says find the measure of all 3 angles. So we have 1, 2, 3. So then that's, so if I was to, this isn't to scale, really. Let's just, it would be x, 2x, 3x, something like that. So we add all these up, and that's going to be 180 degrees. So x plus 2x plus 3x is equal to 180. So that's going to be 1x plus 2x plus 3x, that's 6 x's, is equal to 180, and then divide by 6, and we get that x is equal to 30 degrees. So that's the smallest angle. The second angle is going to be twice that. So smallest is going to be 30. So the smallest is 30 degrees. Okay, and then the second angle is twice that, so that's going to be 60 degrees. And then the third angle is 3 times the smallest, and that's going to be 90 degrees. Okay? All right, this one is Joanne is 22 years older than her daughter Stacy. That should be than. In 6 years, the sum of their ages will be 42. How old are they now? So then we have age now, and then we have age 6 years from now. There's 2 things. So let's say Joanne is 22 years older than daughter Stacy. So let's let Stacy's age be x. So then Joanne's age is going to be 22 years older, so plus 22, okay? And then in 6 years, we're going to add 6 to each of these, right? So in 6 years, so 6 years later, this is going to be, so Stacy is now going to be x plus 6, and Joanne is going to be x plus 22 plus 6, in other words, x plus 28. So this is their age 6 years from now, and the sum of their ages will be 42. So you just take these 2 and add them together, okay? So x plus 6 plus x plus 28, right? So this is the age Stacy's 6 years from now, Joanne 6 years from now, and together it's 42. So then, like terms, 2x plus 6 plus 28 is 34 today, so then that's going to be 42. So subtracting from both sides, we get 2x is equal to 8, and then divide by 2, we get x is equal to 4. So that's Stacy's age. So right now Stacy is 4, so Stacy is equal to 4-year-old, and then Joanne is going to be 22 years older than that, right? So 4 plus 22, so 26 years old. All right. Okay, here we go. A car rental company charges $11 per day and 16 cents per mile for their cars. If the car was rented for 1 day and the charge was $25.40, how many miles was the car driven? So since it's asking for miles, right, let's let X be that. Miles, number of miles car driven. Okay? So we have here $11 per day. So the total charge is going to end up being $25.40. Right? That's how much. But the first, since it's only 1 day, it's going to be $11 plus, and then it's 16 cents per mile. So 0.16x, okay? Because for every mile you get charged 16 cents. So then let's subtract 11 from both sides. So then that gives you 0.16x is equal to 14 40, and then dividing by 0.16, we get what? Let's see, I have to actually. So 90. So the car was driven 90 miles. All right, Diane has $1.60 in nickels and dimes. If she has 7 more dimes than nickels, how many of each coin does she have? So let's say number of nickels. We have 2 unknowns. We don't know how many nickels and we don't know how many dimes. So let the number of nickels be X. So then the number of dimes, well, she has 7 more dimes, so that's going to be X plus 7, so keyword is more. And then the value of each, so nickel is worth 5 cents, dime is worth 10 cents, and then total is 160. So 0.05X plus, the value of the dime times quantity X plus 7, and all that is going to be $1.60. So that's the first step, and then we need to solve it. So let's go ahead and distribute 0.1. So this is 0.05x plus just 0.10x plus 0.70 is equal to 1.60. So then combine like terms. 0.15x plus 0.70 is equal to $1.60. So of course, next step would be to subtract 70. Then you get 0.15x is equal to 0.90, and then divide, 5, okay, so then x is going to be 6. So that's going to be, x is the number of nickels, so she's going to have 6 nickels, and then how many dimes? 7 more dimes, so 6 plus 7 is 13 dimes. Okay. So that is it for 10.5. Okay, and your super fun homework is every other odd, or odd if you want to challenge yourself. Okie dokie. Good luck, and I will see you on the next video.